OtisWho music. OtisWho music. OtisWho music. OtisWho music. OtisWho music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Hey. This is your boy OtisWho. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the OtisWho podcast. I am your lovely host, OtisWho.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Got him!
Hey, hopefully it's not too much of a lag. I hate this. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I don't know what's up with my internet. I promise you I paid the bill. I'm up to date, all that. But I'm seeing a slight lag on my end. Hopefully it's not playing too bad on your end. Hopefully you can hear me okay, but it might be a little laggy. Do me a favor, if you can hear me okay, please just put a one in the chat if you're able to do that. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me okay. I might be a little laggy on the screen, but please put a one in the chat if you can hear me okay. Boy, I tell you, it's always something. But I am here. I am here. Put a one in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. I don't see a one yet. Let me see. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me okay. Okay, I see one from you. Okay, I see it. I see it. Okay, okay, got you. I know it's a little choppy, but you can hear me, so I appreciate it. It's showing I have a great signal on my end, but we'll see what's going on. But anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the OtisWho podcast. I am your host, OtisWho. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please come in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share. Yes, it's a little, yeah, it's a little laggy. Yes, I see it. I see it, a little lag in time. Okay. Yes, I don't know why it's doing that. I hate that, but hopefully you can hear me okay. And I do apologize for the lag. I don't know what's going on. It's really irking the hell out of me, but it is what it is. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. Hopefully it won't interfere too bad. But I am here. I have a great show this evening. It's just one particular story that I definitely want to talk about that's been, I mean, it's funny. If the title of my show obviously is "Are Men Really Doing This?" Something along this line. Thank you, Madam G. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you guys can hear me good, but it's a little laggy. I appreciate that. As long as you can hear me okay, that's fine. I want to discuss seriously a story that I came across on YouTube. I'm going to play it, and it really struck me a particular way. And I sent out the link to several of my male counterparts, and I haven't gotten a response back yet, but I'm going to play this video. But before I even get into the video, I'm going to do what I do. But the video is very interesting, and I really want to get the man's take on what I'm going to play. It's been out for about 2 weeks from what I can notice, and it has already 2 million views. I haven't seen it. Today was my first day seeing it. Let me take that back. Today is my first day seeing it. It's been out for 2 weeks and it has over 2 million views. But when I show you this, it's going to hopefully flip you out, or it might not. But before I go there, again, hit the like button. I appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. I know you see the icons above my head, the social media, whether you have to follow it, like it, or subscribe to it. Please do so. OtisWho, OtisWho1, any one of those tags, you will find me. You know it's me by my handsome face. I definitely appreciate it, but we are here. But check this out before I go any further. Relax, I'm not going anywhere. Thank you guys for coming in. The super chat is available. If you would like to make a comment, actually, I will do this. Once I go over the story, I'm definitely going to drop the link. So hopefully someone will partake in hitting on the link and come up and discuss the story that I'm going to just talk about in a few minutes. But even if you don't, still hit the subscribe button, the icons, the social medias, and all that. But before I get started, if you don't know me, before I start my podcast, before I start and get right into the story, I have to open up with my song. This song dictates my day. I play it every morning when I wake up, and it's a beautiful song. And here it is, right here. Let's go.
It ain't gonna work. The weather may come, but it ain't gonna work. The weather may fall, but it ain't gonna work. No, no. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. try, but it won't, it can't harm you. It won't work.
Yes, yes, yes. There it is. You can't go wrong after you hearing that. At least I can't. Woo, woo. And speaking of that, I was tested today. Let me backtrack a little bit. During the day, at least 3 to 4 times a week, I am part of a panel going through my podcast, OtisWho podcast. Shout out to Sharon Bracey. It's his actual show, but I'm a panelist on there every morning, approximately 3 to 4 days a week. And I'm on there. So if you'd like to see me in the mornings, please subscribe to my channel. You will get the notifications, and please watch me. I definitely appreciate it. We talk about a variety of topics. Today, I was tested. I kind of fell out my square a little bit. I let some words get to me a little bit. I was my quote unquote manhood was challenged. Even though I don't subscribe to that, but I am human. But I am a man's man. I do consider myself to be a man's man. I try to lead by example. I try not to let words affect me. I do. Easier said than done, especially in that moment. But with that being said, instead of me rambling, I suggest you go and watch the episode today that I was in on the panel. It's about 4 hours long, but the topics are great. Just go ahead and, if you don't mind, go back and watch that episode and see how it kind of unfolded a little bit. But that's how 2 men should be able to conduct themselves, even though there is a disagreement. You should be able to have a sincere and serious conversation and agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, you have to stand on your square. But at the end of the day, men should be men. You should be able to talk out your differences like we did. So if you don't mind, go watch the episode from earlier today. But with that being said, this is my platform. So now I'm going to conduct it the way I see fit. Not saying that Sharon Bracey's show is not conducted well. It is. It's fine. I like it. It's cool. I have my voice. I say what I say. But here, it's broken down a little bit differently. And I wanted to discuss, I'm going to get right into it, this video. I do have a guy, I have my co-host in the back. You already know I'm Haitian. I'm going to bring him up in a minute. But before I bring him up, let me play this video. Let's get right into it because I'm curious. And I'm hoping my counterparts that I'm part of the panel with during the day is watching this. I'm hoping they are, because we can definitely touch base on this, because I'm definitely curious into what their thoughts are. But let me get it right here. Give me 1 second here. This tripped me out. Part of me wants to believe that it's a skit. Part of me does. But even if it is a skit, it still raises a very important question. But here we go. We're going to get right into it. Boom. Let me go. Where you at? Let me go here. And where you at? Boom. Let me go here. And here we go. I'm going to play it in its entirety. Well, let me stop lying. I have to stop it per YouTube rules and violations. So if you are irked with me stopping it while I'm giving my commentary, please, you feel free to watch the video in its entirety. It's on YouTube. But per YouTube guidelines, I have to stop occasionally. But here we go.
Hey, Daddy.
What's up?
Can my boyfriend spend the night?
Okay.
For real?
Yeah. You got your mom?
Yes.
What she say?
She said I need to come talk to you about all of that.
I don't care.
Now, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to rewind it again. I'm sorry, bear with me. Just in case you didn't hear what the daughter asked her father, I'm going to rewind it all the way back. It's not long at all, but bear with me. Here, please listen closely to what the daughter asked her father. Here we go.
Hey, Daddy.
What's up?
Can my boyfriend spend the night?
Okay.
For real?
Yeah. You got your mama?
Yes.
What she say?
She said I need to come talk to you about all of that.
I don't care. Where you going to sleep at?
I know. We was just gonna like chill in the living room.
Okay. He can sleep in your room.
He sleep in my room?
Yeah, leave the door open.
What?
Listen,
Yes.
respect my house, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm here. Your mama here. Your little sisters here. Your little brothers here. Respect my house, okay?
Okay.
Anything y'all want to do, y'all can do that any other time, but respect my house. All right?
Now, you heard what I heard. You heard what I heard. Now, I'm going to give. Now, we're assuming that this young lady, or can we really assume that? But for conversation, because I want to get this interesting, we're assuming, of course, she lives with her father. We're assuming that, can we assume that she's under the age of 21? Or does age even matter at this point? Maybe that shouldn't even matter. But I'm setting this up as best as possible. Even if she is over the age of 21, but I'm assuming she's not. I'm assuming she's under the age of 21. And she asked her father, could her boyfriend spend the night? And this father said, yes. Leave the door open. Don't do, yeah. That's what the father said. Now, I'm going to play it one more time in this entirety. I'm sorry you might not want me to. For those that want me to play it again, I'm going to play it again one more time. I'm going to let it sink in. I want you to hear everything that man said. We are living in 2024. And this father just said it was okay for his daughter's boyfriend to spend the night, not stay on the couch, and not because he doesn't have a place to stay, and not because it's an emergency, but just because, and he could stay in the room. Okay, here we go. One more time for the people in the back. Just one more time.
Hey, Daddy.
What's up?
Can my boyfriend spend the night?
Okay.
For real?
Yeah. You got your mama?
Yes.
What she say?
She said I need to come talk to you about all of that.
You see how he put it on the mama? He said, did you ask your mama? Then she said, yeah. But then the mama put it right back on the daddy, because you assuming the mama was like, I know what your daddy finna say. Shit, do you?
I don't care. Where you going to sleep at?
I know. We was just gonna like chill in the living room.
Okay. He can sleep in your room.
He sleep in my room?
Yeah, leave the door open.
What?
Listen,
Yes.
respect my house, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm here. Your mama here. Your little sisters here. Your little brothers here. Respect my house, okay?
Okay.
Anything y'all want to do, y'all can do that any other time, but respect my house. All right?
Wow. There it is. There you heard it? Listen, let that sink in. While you guys let that sink in, all 8 of you, I'm going to introduce my co-host. You already know I'm Haitian. I don't know why he only showing his eyes on down to that ugly-ass nose ring. Show your face, man. Ugly ass. He's in the building. I know he saw and heard what had just took place. And before I even go into it, let me ask you, man. What? Hold on. Let me matter of fact, unmute. Did I mute you? Unmute.
Okay. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, you there? Yeah.
All right.
Let me ask you a question. First of all, this is your first time seeing this. This is my first time showing you. This is my first time showing this live on my platform. Period. This is your first time seeing this. What are your thoughts? I don't even know your stance. You may feel it's okay. I don't know. You tell me, what is your stance on this,
Well,
Haitian? Talk to me, man. Let me see. Let me hear your thoughts.
well, you know what? Honestly, dog, the
Hmm.
way the way he said it to her and directed it to it, and how he said, "I don't care, as long as you respect my house." That sounds like she been with him for some time. Number one, and he got a rapport built with her father as well. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
listening
for
to
him,
you. You're doing a lot of assumptions, but I'm listening to you.
I'm
We're gonna
I'm
keep
I'm,
this
I'm
going.
just
I got
making
you.
an yeah, I'm just
I got
making
you.
an
I'm listening to you.
assumption. I mean, I'm
I
just
got you.
but I mean on the real, that's just how it sounds. But I mean, me myself, I can't say yay or nay. I mean, and only because um I've done it myself.
You done
Not
okay?
with my
Okay. Whoa,
daughter.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Not with
whoa,
my daughter.
whoa!
Not with
Slow
my
down.
daughter.
Slow down, sir. Slow down. I'm the host. Let me ask the questions. Let you set this up perfect. Whoa!
Not with my
Did
daughter.
you set? Hold on. Relax, sir. Let me get to it. Let me
Okay, come
slow
on.
walk it. Let me slow walk it. Relax.
Come on with it.
Did you say you done it before? Yes or no?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
done it.
In what respect? Talk to me. In what respect? What you mean? In what
In
what
real
what
respect,
position were you in?
meaning I've stayed the night at my girlfriend's house before.
What was the
A few of
circumstances?
them. Huh?
Two of them.
A few of them, yeah.
A few of
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
yeah,
And be honest. We having a conversation here.
yeah, yeah.
Be honest with you. The two, well, the few of them that you did at any given time. Whoa, my fault. My hand slipped. But I already know the answer though. I already know the answer. My hand slipped. Premature ejaculation. I just shot you by mistake. Here we go. Question. At any time that you were in a situation that the parents allowed you to stay over their daughter's home, did you take, I'm not gonna say you took advantage of the situation, did you have intercourse with that woman's daughter in her household?
Not while they were there.
See, I don't know if
Not
I
while
give
they
it
was
to Tom or
home.
not. See,
Huh?
oh,
Oh
wow.
no, not while they was home.
Oh, okay. See, oh, okay. Okay. Damn, I thought I had one.
Ah, no,
Damn. I thought I
no,
had you because
no, man.
so you honestly respected it. So I can honestly take your word and you
Yeah,
honestly respected the house. You didn't do
yeah,
anything while
yeah,
the parents were in the home.
yeah. The
Okay.
one
See,
one
okay.
my
Okay.
my
Relax. I
first
got it. I got it.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Damn.
One had a
Okay.
father in the home, the one and the other didn't. But I still respected both.
Okay. So I see why you answered the way you answered. Okay. Wow. Mm. See, now that you said that, because I'm
Yeah,
coming from me having a daughter, even though she grown. Now my daughter's 28 now.
yeah.
Again, I don't know how old this young lady is, but could we have a baseline? Could we assume, just for sake of the conversation, could we assume that she's under the age of 21 as our baseline?
Right, right,
We're going to
right,
assume she's under the age of 21 and she's being with her boyfriend because we're not going to say she's loose or anything like that. Of course, you're
right.
not going to ask her father, could a typical regular 2-week boyfriend stay
Yeah.
over? So we're going to
No.
assume that they have some type of relationship, at
Right,
least a year or two. So we're going to
right,
assume that.
right, right,
Okay, so we got to put that
right.
on the table. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And the father did say,
Respect my
yes,
house.
respect my house, leave the door open.
Yep.
I'm here, your mom's here, and your little he did say
Your
that.
siblings
Wow.
are here too. Your brother and your sister here too. I
He
don't care.
did
He can
say
sleep
that.
in the y'all can sleep in the bed together. Just keep that door open.
Oh,
That's
he
all
did.
Pops would say.
Oh,
And Pops gonna allow it. Long as
it's,
because he figure it's
damn, he
possible
did.
to do it because maybe he knows that young man's gonna respect him as he should. He
Mm,
should. I
he
mean, that's
did
why you
say
gotta leave
that.
that door open. Cause you leave that door, that minute that door shut, all bets is on.
Damn. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm dropping the link. I dropped the link. I want, if there's another male watching this, and if you can do it, if you can do it, if you can click on that link, and if you want to give me your opinion, I want the opposing side. I hear what Haitian's saying, and it makes a lot of sense. And honestly, okay, let me give you my situation. Let me think. Under the age of 21,
Mm-hmm.
been up their girlfriend or boyfriend for a while. We got
Yep.
that established.
Yep.
Evidently, I know him because he's been around.
Oh yeah.
Damn, man, you got me there. I came on here thinking a whole. Oh man,
Now,
damn.
trust and believe. Trust and
Oh,
believe. If he was a new kid on the block, that wouldn't
we're
be
not
going
saying
down.
that. Of course not. Of course
No,
not.
no.
But
Possibly
but
like
at the
hell no. I
same
don't know this
time,
little dude.
but you know what? But at this,
Pop.
nope. Nope. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. And we can have our debate. This is what I will say. No, no, no. And I say this. You could spend the night, but you will not be in the same room with my daughter. No.
Exactly.
You will be on the couch or you will
Exactly.
be in another spare room or whatnot.
Exactly.
But no, you
Exactly.
will not be in the same room. I will not do
Exactly.
that. And that's based on
Exactly.
the same criteria that you've
Exactly.
been dating my daughter for a while. I know you. And yeah, I
Yeah.
got you. But
Now,
and on top of that, it has to be very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Circumstances.
yeah.
I mean, not no
Yeah.
regular day every other week. No, it's a
No.
situation where he has nowhere else to go, or is something going on, an
Right.
emergency, not something along those lines that he has no other choice, or something along those guidelines. But
Right.
just as a spur of the whim type thing, no,
Right.
that's not going to happen. So no,
Right.
so that's where I stand.
Right.
That's
I
where I
got you.
stand.
I
But
got you.
just because,
I mean,
no.
trust. I mean, I've done it with more than my daughters, but it's only when we was on out of town on vacation. But he, like you said, he slept on the couch.
Oh, yo, when you say you did it with one of your daughters. You went out. Her boyfriend went out of town with you guys at the family trip,
Yeah. Few
and
times.
a
Yeah,
few
a few
times I got
times.
you, but they
Yeah.
never stayed in the same room. He stayed
Nah,
on the other
nah, he
couch.
was always on the couch.
Got you.
Yeah, he
I
was
got you.
always on the couch.
I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah,
I got you. I got you. I got you. I like that.
yeah,
I got you. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I
I
got
mean,
you.
me and him did our thing, man. We had our, you know who. I mean, we ain't got to. You know who I'm talking about, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, Junior, yeah,
Yeah.
Junior,
I got you.
yeah, yeah.
The mere
So I
fact you call
mean,
him Junior
yeah,
says enough. I got you. Yeah.
yeah,
I got you.
yeah,
But still, I got you. But even with that, your guideline was the couch. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I got you. I got you. He did
yeah.
now, getting back to the video, he did put that caveat on there. Leave the door open. It wasn't a blanket statement of
Right,
yes.
right.
Okay. Yeah. He left several uh caveats. Now he
Yeah,
went a little bit too far. I don't agree with the caveat of him standing in the room even with the door open.
nah,
No,
nah,
you know,
nah. I don't even
and
play that.
and listen, it's also based on what the father said. Based on what the
Right.
father said, he let it be known that he already know that they already sexually active.
Yeah.
Now, he made that
Y'all,
known.
like he said, handle that. Y'all handle that on some other time,
Some other, yeah,
on y'all
I
own
got you.
time.
Yeah, right. He did. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. But not round here.
Got you. He
Yeah.
did. He did
Yeah.
say that.
So that's saying y'all gonna do that. Y'all get y'all a room.
Wow.
What we used to do.
Exactly.
What we used to do.
Exactly.
Get a room.
If you're gonna do it, because first of all, you're gonna do what you're gonna
Right.
do. Let's not be crazy, but I'm not gonna make it
Exactly.
easy for you. I'm not gonna
Exactly.
make it easy for you. Most definitely. I got you.
Nah.
Wow. That's
Nah.
damn. Okay. I got you. I wish we don't have any gentlemen in the audience
Don't
that
nobody
want
want to
to
talk. Oh, what's up, Madam G? What's up, you sir? I forgot to tell y'all what's happening. I'm sorry. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
yes,
My fault.
I gave out my first 3 wrenches My
Okay.
first 3 moderators. First of all, let me give you guys a round of applause. I feel good giving out my first wrenches, my first 3 moderators. And actually, they are, of course, you, sir, Madam G, and yourself, Haitian. So let me give you guys
Okay.
a round of applause. And I
Okay.
appreciate you guys. You guys come around on a okay, I see you. You see you're at work. Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Hey, thank you for watching and listening to me while you're at work. I really do appreciate you. Let me tell you
Yeah.
this right now. I don't have a lot of people watching me live on a regular basis, and I promise you, I don't care. As long as I have my consistent people, my 7 to 12 people that's watching me, it's just going to grow. I could care less. I just like
Of
talking
course.
about the things that I feel are important, and I like doing what I'm doing the
Right.
daytime on the day panel, the 3 to 4 days a week that I'm doing that. But when I come across some interesting stories, whether it's a conversation that I would like to interview someone, or whether it's a topic like I felt this was important enough to
Hmm.
discuss, I do this, and I don't care if it's just one person on the other end
Yeah.
watching me. I don't care. So I definitely do appreciate you guys, and let me give you guys a round of applause for just tuning in and sticking with me. So I really do appreciate you guys. I
Yeah.
really do. Thank you. Seriously.
Y'all always here hanging out.
Huh? You say what?
I said they always here hanging out.
Yeah, for sure. They do. They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
And listen, I see what. Let me see. I be one. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, I see you. You
Yeah.
saw. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do be
Hey,
tripping a lot. They do,
you sir.
and I know they be
You
using
saw.
me as
I
the
be saying the same
punching
thing.
bag too. You know what I'm saying? But you said there. But you saw. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You sir is in the chat every day that I'm
Yeah.
live every
Yeah.
day, and you too. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys. But you should be seeing how they do me. No matter what I say,
Right.
no
They
matter what
always took.
I
They
say, they
yeah.
will
They
find a
twisted.
way to take it and misconstrue what I said. Now,
Yep.
we could definitely talk about this. That's fine. But some of the topics that we discuss, because we already discussed the father and daughter situation, that's fine. But let's talk about a topic that came up today on the panel. I don't mind discussing it. Shout
Yeah.
out
Oh yeah.
again to
Yeah.
Sharon Bracy on YouTube. Again, you can go ahead and subscribe to his channel. I'm not a hater, but I'm letting you know right now, this is how YouTube works. I appreciate it. If I'm on his panel, please come and watch me through my channel so I can
Yeah.
get the credit for it. But I'm going to
Yeah.
give my shout out to where credit is due to Sharon Bracy, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the content and me doing what I'm doing through the day for us the
Right.
AM hour. So I definitely do appreciate him.
Right.
Let me give him a
Right.
round of applause. Seriously.
Well, he lucky I be at work though. How? Man, he
Yeah.
lucky I be at work. Well, not
Yeah.
him,
But
but
listen,
some of the folks on there.
yeah.
Some of them
Listen,
people on there.
for the record, the topics are great.
Oh
And
yeah.
I agree with a lot of his stances, but we tend to veer apart at some point, and it's crazy. But let me tell you, let me bring up the topic of earlier today, and I'm going to carry it on through this evening so I can tie
Hmm.
it in to the people that's watching. And I want to get the feedback.
Right.
One of the issues were that in this generation, which I don't agree with, I do not agree with, but this generation, and we've been actually talking to them. That's why I like that panel. I'm 53. I've been
Hmm.
talking to 25 to 30-year-old men. Again, 25 to 30-year-old men. We're not saying, let me say this, I'm not saying all 25 to 30-year-old men act like what I'm about to say. They all don't. But based on the 25 to 30-year-old men that I talk to, and they're making it seem like it's a lot of them, this is what they said. They said that they treat all women these days, and I quote, like hoes.
Okay.
They said that. They said they treat all women like hoes until they prove themselves otherwise. That's what he said. So just on the surface, that sounds cruel, that sounds immoral, it sounds effed up. So at the same time, that's how he feel. But this what he did. This what he did. He then explained what he meant. And this is the example of what he said, that he gave what he meant by that. And I quote, if we're walking to the car and she left her stuff in the car, okay, I'm not opening the door for her. She a homeboy, yada with the woo. But if she stands there, he said he knows what time she's on for the most part, so she wants to be treated accordingly. Now, if just because the woman grabs the door herself and wants to do everything herself, that doesn't equate that she's a hoe. So,
No.
but for that situation, that's their term. Doesn't mean what it say, but their term is he's just going to treat him as a homeboy. Like he's going to treat the homegirl, he's going to treat the young lady as a homeboy, basically, until she proves herself that she's worthy of being treated like the young lady that she wants to be treated like. That's what I got out of that, and that's the way he explained it. Now,
So
I'm
so so
gonna let you speak. When he first said it, he didn't say that. His definition doesn't meet the words. Because when he said you should treat all women like hoes, then his example of that, well, that's not the same thing, but I get what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah,
I
so
hear
but
you.
that's what he was saying, and that's how he explained it. But to an
Okay.
older generation, like this generation, without him explaining it that way, it sounds like what he said. You see what I'm saying? It sounds bad. What
Yeah,
say
it
you?
does.
Yeah, and it does sound bad. Now, the panel today, which I understand what they were saying, but I don't agree with it wholeheartedly at all. They're telling me that just because I can sympathize, and I had to learn the definition of sympathize versus empathy.
Right.
Since I sympathize, which means I understand, and empathize means I feel what they doing, what they going through. Sympathize means I understand. So I sympathize. So I understand what he was saying. So since I
Mhm.
understand what he was saying, the gentleman on the panel told me that I was basically agreeing with the ideology of this young man. And since I have a daughter, that I was affecting my daughter, and I was not a good father, nor was I a good leader.
Right.
And
I
based
ran
on the
back and
comments, that's when I flipped out, because those words kind of like cut
yeah,
me, because to me he was challenging my.
yeah, I know. I went back and checked that. I
Did
went
you go
back and
back and
listened
listen to
to
it?
it. Yeah, yeah, I did. I
Okay,
did.
what was your take on that conversation?
First
Honestly,
of all,
and not because you know me, we're
no, no,
cousins or
no, no,
whatnot,
no, no, no.
but be
Ain't
very
none of that.
objective. What was your
Ain't
take
none
on
of
that?
that. First of all, he I mean, every man has a different structure on how they build their families, build their daughters, build their sons. You meet me and you ain't got daughters. But
No, maybe
my daughter's
you and I don't have
boyfriend,
sons.
yeah. But my daughter's boyfriend, since he's been around since he was a kid, I've treated him like a son. Give him some kind of fatherly advice on doing certain things. But
Yeah,
nevertheless,
stay on topic. Come on now, stay.
way he was talking, you know, no, it you can't he can't speak on how you raised your daughter.
And you
He
see
can
how
only
he was
speak
so
on how
adamant.
he raised his.
Right.
How you
And you see
raised
how he was
yours,
so adamant. But get to the
right?
point. Let's get to the point to where, because I don't want to get off topic. I want to get off point
Yeah,
because the audience that we have is a
yeah,
small
yeah,
audience, and I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
stay
yeah,
on
yeah.
point. He basically was trying to tell me that since I sympathize, understood what that young man, even though I don't agree with it, let me make that clear now. I
Right.
don't agree with what that 25-year-old said. I don't agree with it, but I understand why he thinks that way. And I understand his interpretation of it based on his interpretation of it.
Right.
So they believe, and when I say they, mainly the two gentlemen on the panel, Sharon Bracy and his cousin
Right.
Brownsville, they're good
Right.
guys. So let me
Right.
set a stage. Normally, normally, normally 80, 75 to 85% of the time I agree with those two gentlemen. For the most part, we are all married men. We all
Right.
have children,
Right.
and we all love our family. Period.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's the common denominator that ties us all,
Right.
without a doubt. Where we go astray is that they believe that it's rhetoric for anyone to think and believe, and it's going to be strong what I'm about to say, but it's just obvious. Just go back and watch it. Go back and watch my previous shows. Watch all of them since
Right.
I've been on the platform. They honestly believe that if you don't line up with them, their thought process, you're wrong. And they are strong in their beliefs. They really are. They come after me hard.
Right.
They come after me hard. So it seems
Right.
like and they don't even know it. There's like even though they are coming hard at the bad men out there, because there are some bad men out there. Yes,
Yeah,
they
we know
are.
that.
It's
We
some
know that.
trifling ass Negroes out there. We know that. Not to put race in, it got nothing to do with race, but you get what I'm saying. It's some
Yeah.
trifling ass men out there. It
Yeah.
is.
Of course. Of
But there
course.
are also some good men out there. So they're
Exactly.
casting excursions, in my opinion, on majority of the men, and I don't think they realizing they doing it. And when I try to step up and let them know and try to see what I see, they don't want to hear it. And
Nah. I
sometimes Brownsville, with all due respect, he hits below the belt, in my opinion, like he did today, because he's so
yeah.
strong in his beliefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But go ahead, I ain't mean to cut you
And
off. Go ahead.
well, my thing is, even with them, and I say this, if I had the chance to tell them, I would tell them, how dare both of them try to belittle the shit that you say. You talking real shit. I mean, you come from the heart. That's where we stand. We come from the heart. And what you telling is just your honest opinion on how you see your life, how you see life, how life is being directed, the way you are running it.
Right,
They can't tell you how to drive your ship.
right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? They can only
Right.
drive their own ship. Drive your own ship. Quit trying to hijack mine and steer my ship up into a reef. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
partly I get that it is YouTube, so there is an
yeah,
entertainment value there.
yeah,
I definitely
true,
get that. Trust me,
true,
I get that. I'm not naive
true.
by any means. Uh and like we all say, they say, and I definitely say it, words are everything. They are everything, but wow, it is it just amazes me. Just go back and watch again the previous episodes of OtisWho in the morning, and you will see who I'm referring to,
Yeah.
Sharon Bracy and Brownsville. I mean, wow, good guys again, good guys. But man,
I mean, but you know
they
what?
they could take someone's comment and misconstrue it so good to fit their narrative, and they are great at what they of what we coined moving the goalpost. Oh my
Yeah,
God, they have moved that goalpost
yeah.
so
Pole
quick to fit
movers,
their narrative.
pole movers.
Yeah, the pole movers.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Let me see what else. That
No,
was another
I,
topic that
I,
we
to
discussed.
me,
So
to
go
me,
ahead,
to
speak
me,
up. Go
to
ahead,
me, it
talk.
sounds like they got skirts on when they talking, man, half the time. But
Well, I ain't gonna
that's
say
just
all
me.
that. See, you getting out there. You getting all.
Hey,
Listen,
hey, we
I'm not
try to,
gonna go
hey,
all
hey,
that.
hey.
No, nah, I'm not gonna say all that. I know we having fun. I know you don't mean no harm. You
Nah,
know,
I don't mean no harm.
Yeah, I know you don't. I know you
I'm
don't, but
just
nah,
talking
I'm not gonna,
on
you
the
know,
stand
but
on the
nah.
stands of YouTube. They
Yeah,
got skirts on that other side of that camera
but let them
instead of
tell
having
it
no pants half the time. Because I mean,
right.
my thing is, and understand this. When I listen to them talk, man, and when I listen to when you say something, how they come in and cut up and try to cut in and all that, y'all ain't none of them don't none of them come around and speak on how to bring all that back together on how to uplift brotherhoods. You know what I'm saying? And that be the thing that burns me half the time on all of them,
I'm trying to
even
think
even
of
even
another.
the females. I mean, they
Oh yeah.
spend more time cutting brothers up instead of trying to figure out. I mean, y'all. I ain't never heard nothing really positive come out their mouth for real. That's just
Oh,
me.
here's another topic. Oh my God. Here's another topic.
Yeah,
Whoa. This was the
come on.
topic of today.
Yeah,
Hear me now.
come
Oh,
on.
yeah. Hold on, relax. Watch this. We have ladies in here. I don't know how many ladies are listening now. I don't know. But the topic of today was from my earlier show. Please go listen to it and watch it. The topic of the earlier show was the lady. Wow, hear me out. And to me, this is so obvious. This is
Yeah,
another thing I want to talk about. Hear me out. The topic of today's show on the OtisWho live, OtisWho live in the morning was: do women have asset, or does women control the access to their private part? I'm not going to get graphic. Do you have the final say? Do you have, boom, do you have control of that? To me, the obvious answer is, of course, yes. Let me explain as thoroughly as I can, because I don't know how the women on that platform could misconstrue what I said and make it seem like it's some type of bad thing. But what I clearly said, and I believe that women have the final say so when it comes to their private parts. It's theirs. They have the last final say, and they have control. So much control that they could control who goes in them. They have that final control. They have the pick, and they can choose who they allow into their kingdom. That's a powerful responsibility. It's not a bad responsibility, but it's a responsibility nonetheless that you have. Not, and I'm also not saying that I'm putting all the onus on you. I'm not putting any onus on you. To me, the reality is you have the final access, period. But for some reason, some women, not all, these independent women who, for some reason, I hope I'm not putting words in their mouths, feel like that they don't need a man. They want to be on equal footing of a man, took what I said and had the nerve to call me delusional. And the two men on the panel, Sharon and his cousin Brownville, is trying their best to convince the world, and I mean this, the world, that it's an even exchange. Not an exchange, but it's an even say so. The man has just as much access and control over as that woman as she does as well. They both should have the same equal. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And
hmm
it was part another of a great 4 hour conversation. Please go back and listen it and
right.
listen to it. But for some reason, the ladies in the chat and on the panel took what I said and made it seem like it was bad. And I didn't understand them. And I'm crazy. Now, I need a woman to come up here if they're able to, even if you
Right.
agree or disagree, and tell me, did I say something derogatory in that statement? Because to me, I'm giving you the acknowledgement that you control what you control. That's
Well,
yours. That's yours. You are the creator of the world. You populate the world. It comes through you. So you control who comes through you. Of course, you have the final say so. Of course, you do.
right.
So I don't understand how they could take that and try to make that macro into a micro. I don't
Well,
understand that. To me, that's the end all be all. So those are some of the conversations which the average person may seem is delusional. Like, are you guys really talking about that? Yes, because they really believe what they believe. And I have to sit there and try to not even convince them, but just say what I say and stand on it.
yeah,
You know, but
that
it's
that's
sometimes it
all you
feels like
can do.
wow. Go,
That's all
yeah,
you
go,
can do,
go
though.
ahead.
Real good.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
real talk. I mean, but you know what? And unfortunately, I've listened to so many women like those on that panel that have so much resentment towards men because somewhere in their life they were scarred really bad,
All
and
right, Dr.
women like
Phil.
that, I
Come on, Dr.
apologize to
Phil.
y'all.
Come on, Dr. Phil. Don't play Dr. Phil. You don't. I don't know. That might be true, but listen,
That
it's just some women
man,
out there
nah.
that just feel
Cause
that
I
way,
mean,
bro.
it's just attack after attack, man. Every brother that get up there try to say something, especially brothers that try to say something positive, try to put something, try to put something out there that's enlightening. You know what I'm saying? They all still come in with them swords pulled out. Look at their names. Verbal assassin. Come on.
Yeah, PH Diva. Yeah,
Right. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But
Good ladies,
I
by
mean,
the way. Good ladies, by the way. Yeah, we're not gonna
yeah.
say nothing bad. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they beautiful ladies. I ain't saying nothing wrong with them, but
Mm-hmm.
that's too much. That's too much hatred. That's too much anger
Yeah, they
coming
do
at
talk a
brothers
lot
on
of
that
shit.
panel that
They
they don't
talk a
even
lot of
know.
shit for them not to man. They
Yeah,
talk a lot of shit. Now
yeah,
this the same women
and you
now.
see how it
Hold on,
ended.
hear me out. This is the same woman. Go back and watch my videos, please.
Yeah,
This is the same woman, PH Diva, that says a man making $40,000 a year is not good enough for her. That's what she said. He working, he's making an honest wage, but that's not good enough for her. Now,
okay.
I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers, but I know it's not. I know because I'm not the next Kevin Samuels or the ex or the red
Nah,
pill, blue pill man.
nah,
I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I know
nah,
the numbers are not. I know there's not a lot of men that make $100,000 at all. I think
nah.
it's only, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me see if I could Google it. Let me Google it right now. I think it's less than
Yeah,
10%.
but
But let
this
me
my
Google it.
thing
Hold on.
though.
Let me see. Let me see. How many men make over 100? Okay, here we go. How many men make over 100,000 a year? Let me see. I'm just Googling it. 17%. Here we go. 17% of all American men make over 100K annually, compared
Right.
to only 8.4% of women as of 2022.
Okay.
Men are about twice as likely to make over 100K a year. Full-time workers, men earn 100K a year at practically 54% more than women. Certain states have the most women that salaries over 100K a year. Okay, but anyway, the most important thing is
Yeah.
17% of all American men make
Right.
over 100K, and
Right.
8.4 of the women do. Okay,
Right.
so here's my question. Here's first of all, let's work with that. 17% of all American men. Now that's American men. How
Right.
many of the black men? Let's do that. How many? Let me say black men. That's what I want to say. Because if it's 17% of all American men, which is a low number, damn, that's low. So can you imagine how many
Yeah.
black men? Oh, let's see. Let's do it live. I want to
Right.
see how many black men make over 100. Okay, let me see. What's the answer? Let me see. Let me see. What percentage of black men make over? Okay, let's see. What is it? Wow. Whoa. Is this accurate? Let me see.
What it say?
Overall, just 6% of black adults, not men or women, overall, about my fault, hold on. Overall, just 6% of black adults in the US had annual earnings of 100K or more in 2021, according to our analysts of the Census Bureau's American Community Survey. This year, this year rises to 16% among those with at least a bachelor's degree or more, and dropped to 2% among those with some college education or less. Okay, all this boring
Right.
stuff. It's important. I'm not gonna say it's boring. I apologize. But the
Yeah.
more important number is 6% of black adults as of 2021
So
make 100,000. It
so
doesn't even say
50-50.
men. It just said,
So
but you know, it's probably
since
gonna
it's
be
six
majority of
percent,
men.
since it's 6% is 50-50. So it's only 3%,
Wow.
3% black men, 3% black women making over 100K.
5%. That's crazy. Six. So with that being said, now I'm not trying to be funny. Not even the PhD divas, and it's not
Right.
just verbal assassins. There's a lot of women out there who expect their man to make six figures. Not all women feel that way, but a lot
Not
of
all.
women
Not all.
feel. Yeah, some do.
Not
Now I
all.
don't know the numbers. I'm not gonna sit here and put that crime and that that charge, even though it's not a crime. I'm being funny. I'm not gonna put that charge on all women. Of course, not all. I don't even know the percentage, but there are some because we know of them. There because they're on this panel. They're on the panel every morning.
Right.
They're on the panel every morning. They
Right.
will not accept a man making 40,000 a year, 50,000 a year. They want that 6%. 6% man, black man of color. I like using that B word. That man of color who's only 6% to make 100,000. That's what they looking for. The basketball players, who let me see, the basketball players, the
Who
athletes,
said that?
the oh my God.
Who said
Wow.
that?
Huh?
Who said that?
What?
Madam
Madam G
G,
said
that
something.
you?
Hold on, let me add. I see you, Madam G. Let me add. Hold on.
Ah,
Hold
what's
on,
up,
Madam G.
Madam G?
Hold on. I see you, Madam G.
I'm
We got
Haitian from the nation. Put
Hey,
my
What's
what's going
food
on,
happening?
down.
Madam G? We got Madam G. Let me welcome Madam G
Yeah. What's
I
to the
can't cut.
happening?
I was
platform. We have
eating.
Madam G and we have Haitian in the building. Nice to see you guys. All right,
Yeah.
hey, Madam G. Listen, I know we had a lot of stories we were talking about this evening. Which one you want to comment on? Talk to me. Which one you
The
want to talk?
one
Which one you
that
want to comment
Haitian
on?
just commented on. I agree wholeheartedly with Haitian. I know if your wife was on here, she'd said cuss words too. But
Uh,
I have watched that morning show when you come on in the morning, and I must say
okay.
and agree with Haitian. And like I said before, most people respond from the experiences that they have had, and
Right.
from the conversation, it seems like they are very hurt, and they have not done any shadow work to clear that up. It's
Nah.
it's crystal clear that is going on, and it tells how you were really brought up because of your conversation. You don't have any compassion, and obviously somebody didn't teach you that compassion.
Right.
Whereas, just like the comment that you made when he said a hoe, I know that they use these slang words, but words have vibrations and they mean things.
Most
Right.
So,
definitely.
so if your father had taught you how to be a gentleman, first of all, you wouldn't say that. Second of
Right.
all, it's going to come naturally for you to go and open up a door, whether it's your sister, your mama, your daughter, whoever the hell it is. I got some cousins that if nothing else, they could do whatever they can do in the street, whatever, but they have been taught to be gentlemen. They know how to
Hmm.
take out the garbage. In other words, they know
Right.
their position.
Right.
And
That's
Right,
me.
right.
and
Most
with
definitely.
that panel, that girl, you could tell she's very hurt because I listen to spirits, and
Hmm.
and you're very broken. You're very broken because
Yeah.
it's spewing out of you. I've been through a lot of relationships. Most of mine have been long relationships, but I'm not bitter. And if you don't really clean that vibration up, you'll grow bitter. And that $100,000 you're looking for, you will never get it because don't nobody want to be. I don't care how much money you get. Don't nobody want to
Right.
be around no sour, sassy
Grapes.
talking
Stop.
ass woman that's gonna minimize my manhood because it's not
Right.
nothing else, you want to respect that man if you want that man to be with you. I mean,
Mm,
I didn't get it. So I get thrown off with those conversations. So
right.
I listen.
hmm
You're on there. That's about
And they
it.
so
And
strong with it, and they believe everything they say.
yes, and it could tell
I'm
that.
And rude. I
right.
mean, and demand, and for them to demand, which, as you know, Madam G, I'm never gonna disrespect a woman, but they've tried to put that tag on me so much. I know you
Yeah,
witnessed it. How, I
yeah.
mean, whatever, stop it. But as many times I've been called out my names, out my name by them. Now again, I give them grace because one, first and foremost, they're women. I'm not. Come on now.
Well, they just ain't lived long enough. And as I say again,
I think
you
Nah.
Madam G up there.
you
Not
haven't
Madam
did no
G. Lord have
shower.
mercy.
You ain't did no shower.
PH Diva. I think PH Diva is up there. Not. I'm not saying she's old, but she's a mature woman that's been out there, and she seemed to be well groomed and well articulate. She know what's going on. She
Oh,
honestly
Right.
believes what she
oh,
believes.
Right.
You know.
But
Now, part of
hold
it
on.
is YouTube when she called me out my name and all that, and she be going off by calling me. I mean, she really goes off on me.
but
So
that's what
I
Cause
mean,
I'm
they
saying.
cause
Something still happening. I don't care. Look, you can make your mouth say whatever the hell you want to say,
mhm.
but
exactly.
if you listen very carefully, they gonna tell what's really happening in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
All you
Yeah.
gotta
Mm-hmm.
do is listen,
You,
because you
you
can make your mouth. Look, I've been in the game a long time.
yeah.
And I don't really know about the lady Diva, but it was another young lady, and she sounds very young. Because
What was it? I don't know. I don't want to get the names wrong. We have Berber Assassin up there, but she don't come on often. When the last time
Buddy
you
was
heard?
up the other day.
We have the young lady up there. Her name Happy. It was a
Yeah,
couple of ladies
happy.
that be up there, but they all. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just keeping it real. They all sound like they had some bad
right,
experiences
Somewhere.
within their lives with men, and I can understand how it could leave you bitter and just have a wall up. I understand, Lord knows I do. I have a daughter, I get it,
I'm a
but all men are just not like that.
uh,
I don't know.
let me say this. I was with a man for 11 years, and some things that he did that I found out later, I still bitter because I'm gonna tell you what, I had some part to play in that too.
Mm,
You cannot blame another man for your mistake. So if you wasn't paying attention and understanding that you had some accountability in that relationship as well. I'm not saying that you didn't do nothing wrong, or I'm not saying
Right.
that. What I'm saying is, just like you told me, you got to know when your remedy is there. You got to,
mhm.
when you see things and you ignore them, and then you
Right.
expect them to get better, but then, and like I say, they can make their mouth tell you anything, but when you're seeing their actions and you have not made your action, then you have a part to play in that too. So you can't blame
Right.
it
Right.
on that one person, because it takes two to tangle.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm not
Right.
saying that I
You
wasn't
go
done
and you
wrong, but I'm
always eh,
bitter from that either.
right. And you always gonna give off the same energy that you receive. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times I try my best not to receive any negative energy from negative people. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So I mean, but you gotta have your body in tune to be able to see it coming and be able to let it just roll over you and not roll through you. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Not hold
So
on to, because you have to
no,
have some responsibility. It's like certain things you see. You've been in the game long enough, and you like, I knew something wasn't right, but I didn't take the time to figure it out what it was.
right,
But as you go on, you had some responsibility with that, because your happiness was most important. Should have been most
right,
important.
So basically, what you're basically saying is not, and you're not blaming yourself. You're just saying you're basically taking accountability for your role of what was played,
That's
basically,
the
or
only
what,
way you
right,
and
grow.
that's all you're doing.
That's the only
And the other
way you
person
grow.
need to accept their role and know
right,
what they played and accept what they did. And you're
right.
not basically you're not playing the victim. I get that
Exactly.
No,
most definitely,
Exactly.
and that's what it boils down to. Basically, you're not playing the victim. The other
Nope.
right,
person should be able to speak their mind, say their truth, and of course deal with what's going to happen accordingly. But at least you're able to speak your truth. But yeah, but one thing
Right.
about that panel, which is one good thing about it, and it is definitely true. It is called the solution based group. Shout out to them again. We do try our best to get solutions uh, done, and I did. There has been some clarity made. It has, especially on my part. I've realized that I was using the wrong word because I didn't have the right definition. I found that out. And also, too, I feel what I bring to the panel, I feel that I just keep it 100% authentic and real. Not saying that they don't, but I
Right.
just speak from the heart and I just keep it 100. I don't have a dog in nobody fight.
Right.
I really don't. And I
Right.
can honestly, and I didn't realize this, but just go back and watch today's episode and yesterday's episode. I didn't recall some damn stories and life situations I didn't gone that I've been through just to reflect with the panel. And I'd be like, damn, I forgot over half that stuff that I even been through.
Mhm.
Right.
And wow, and it's just great to have that recall just to bring it up to share and show my experience with
Right.
the panel. Now they hear it. I know they hear it, obviously. I said it. But at the same
Uh-huh.
time, after I say what they say, it doesn't deter their thought process. They still
Right.
going to hear what they want to hear. They
Yeah.
still going to believe what they want to believe, no
Yeah.
matter what example I came up with. But let them come up with an example to prove their case. It's
And then
the end all be all, and it's it, and that's that.
Well, I
and
was
then and
And
was
then
it's
that
you
just
always got
funny to
rating
some.
me.
also. I
You
was
said what?
when I first started watching, and I was wondering was that for ratings because it was unbelievable that you know
Part
that
of it is.
because I'm like really there's no solution because the argument is going back and forth, and then there's no open mindedness, and it be petty that when I want to speak I can say this and y'all don't want to let me speak and I
Yes. From those,
Right.
listen. Thank you for saying that, Madam G. From the same women who feel in their heart and believe it wholeheartedly that they want equal footing with a man, they want equal rights, if not all rights. They could be they should do this, they should do that, they should do that. But when we get into a nice debate, they resort they resort to the most elementary arguments, and you
right
witnessed it.
right
You heard him say it. Well, I'm gonna cut you off because you cut me off. You kept cutting me
Right.
off. I'm like, are you kidding me?
that's
Right.
Like
that's
that.
tell
I
kids
just
from
let them talk and show their real true self.
Right.
And I know you witnessed that,
yeah
Madam G.
yeah
I mean, it just crazy. It tripped me out. But I learned from that. I really do. Now they think they may be getting the upper hand in the conversation because I had someone not challenge me, but he brought up a point, but he didn't understand what I was
hello
doing, and I had to break it down to him. I don't know if he saw it today,
Yeah,
but
you still hear Madam G.
yeah. What Madam G? What Madam G
She
say?
get she got a little fuzzy. I don't know if she
Oh
get
yeah,
a little fuzzy or something.
okay. Well, she'll come back up. But yeah, but
Yeah.
I
Go. I'm
had a
sorry,
gentleman
girl.
come up today. I forgot his name, but
Oh, you talk about trucker?
not Trucker. It wasn't Trucker. It was a young
Oh,
man that came up and said that I wasn't really standing on what I was standing on when
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
yeah when
When
Brownsville.
yeah, when you in Brownsville had y'all words.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he
Yeah.
came in and he made a comment along the lines that he made a
He
comment
understood
along the
he understood he understood your stance. You know what I'm saying?
no. At first, no, he didn't. At first he was like, "No, I didn't understand why you was backing down," and
Right.
yada yada. He made comments like, "I don't know why you was backing down to Brownsville." It's like you switch your stance. It's like when he made his point, even though he came in and you told him you was
Right.
emotional. he apologized for being, I mean, for saying what he said, yada with the woo, and he didn't change his stance. It's like you backwalked what you said, yada with
What
the
you
woo.
said,
And I,
yeah.
and I was like, nah, that's not
Nah, you
what
didn't.
I said at all. None
Nah, you meant
whatsoever.
what you said.
But let me explain to you what I said again. I said I believe and I stand 10 toes down on everything I said. I haven't changed my mind. I already
Right,
told you because you chose to hear what you want to hear. I don't agree with what that young man said about treating all ladies as 304s. I don't believe in that, but I understand why he said what he said. I told you that. And you
right,
said what you said.
right,
So after, I mean, my phone, he said what he said. So after me saying that, there's nothing else for me to say.
right,
I'm not going to keep going back
right,
and forth with somebody who stressed what he stressed. I said
right,
what I said. There's nothing else to
right,
say. Like I made
right,
an example, like Jay Z
right,
said, if I'm arguing with a fool from a distance, they don't know who is who.
right,
I said what I said.
right.
Now, if you feel like I'm conceding my stance, then I don't know what to tell you. But I'm letting you know right now, I'm not conceding my
See,
stance.
no,
And I also said this too because I'm being the man and I can admit this like most men can't. But I'm telling you the truth. I'm a man.
right,
I am him. Brownsville, he articulated his point better than I did because he had his words more together and I got more emotional. And you can't become emotional in an exchange of words.
right,
The majority of human beings become emotional with
right,
words and they
right,
can't come up with the right words. Therefore, you can't articulate your argument the way you need to articulate it. So,
right.
therefore, it's not going to come across as well as you want it to. It doesn't mean that you don't believe in what you said. It just means at that time, unfortunately, keeping it 100, you didn't articulate your point well enough to the opposition
Yeah,
and to your opponent in the
right,
debate or the conversation.
right.
That's it. Don't get it twisted or get it confused that I'm agreeing or I'm backsliding to
Nah,
or I'm conceding to their side. No, I'm not.
right,
It is what it is. He
right,
articulated his point better, but I'm still
right,
standing on mine.
right,
Now, if you can't get that out of that, I
right,
honestly don't know what to
right,
tell you. And that's exactly what I said.
right.
You know what I'm
But
saying? And that's what it is.
and even at that, uh, who was that? PhD Diva. When old boy was saying that it's in the Bible that a woman can't deny her husband her body. Those are facts. It's in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what book it's in, but it's in there. She has no. Your wife cannot deny her husband, and the husband is the same. He can't deny his wife.
Hold on for a second. I heard Madam G cough.
Yeah, she
You
slid
got
back
something
in.
to say, Madam G? Just for the yeah, yeah. We got Madam G and Haitian up here. What was the chuckle, Madam G? Talk to me. Tell me what you got to say about that.
I can't say nothing because I'm not married. So
I
I mean,
got you. I know that's
you know
right.
what I mean? So I'm just, but that conversation before that, now let's go back to that conversation
Okay,
when,
talk to me.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's
yeah.
go.
when
Heartbreak Hotel.
a man, a woman's body is, she has the right. You damn right. She came with it. That's part of her. That's her divinity. That's her. How can
Right,
anybody else say anything in regards to that?
right.
I understand she gives her everything to her husband. They become one. I get that, but it still belongs. That was her God given gift that belongs to her, and she has say so over that.
Stop it.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Stop
it's
it.
no
She does.
different. It's no different than
Stop
I
it.
agree with that.
it's no different than a man. I mean,
Wait a
you
minute. Wait,
have
wait. Stop. Stop.
individuality of your own that you can't fit. And I guess just because me, I feel like I can be submissive, but I don't want no lord over me. I just need. we have the creator that made the world and made us. I believe in that, and I'm going to be submissive to my husband that's there to protect me and adore me. But certain things like that, a man can't tell me what I can do with my body. That's all I have that's left if I'm giving you everything. That's all I
Wait
got.
a minute. Wait
I
a
get
minute.
what you're
Time
saying.
out. Time out.
Hold on. Let me get clarity to what Madam G is saying, because I think a lot of women be saying it but not really understanding what they're, well, not saying they're not understanding what they're saying. I understand what they're saying, but it's not coming out the right
Right.
way. But I think Madam G said it almost the way that it needs to be said. And correct me if I'm wrong, Madam G. What Madam G is saying is, and I definitely agree with this. What Madam G is saying is, of course, I believe the woman has the final and has the access and the final say to the promised land. And we know what we're talking about. That's
Correct.
hers. She has that. I mean, that's her body. She produces the world. Yes, yes, yes. And what she also is saying is, when she is married, that right man, the right man, the right man, the ideal situation.
Say
Let's not
that.
go with hyperbole. Let's not go with hyperlatives and all that stuff. Let's go with the real, the hypothetical right man. She
Done
will
hit the lottery.
automatically and organically and naturally become submissive to
Correct.
him naturally, because he's automatically doing the right things in the first damn place. So
Well,
without
don't,
question,
don't, 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 no, no, no,
no, no, hear
don't
me out,
say,
hear me out,
don't,
hear me out. So that's what you're saying, right, Madam G?
Correct. Correct.
So that's what. So yeah, even though and so I definitely do agree with that, because that goes without question. But a lot of people will miss what I said, and it's gonna go over their head. I agree, that's her body, and I understand what you about to say, but just let me go over one more time, then I'm gonna give you the floor, then you could have it. So I'm gonna hear what you're gonna say, because this is interesting. I do believe that's a woman's body is hers. That's her temple. That's that diamond down there. That's that whatever you want to, whatever adjective you want to get it. That's hers. The final say is hers, point blank, and period. But when it comes to quote unquote that Bible or that verse that you about to read to go into, all that plays to me hand to hand with when that right man comes. Whether he came from God, God sent him, and he's the right one, that woman is going to automatically submit naturally
Yep.
to that man. And therefore, in my mind, hopefully it's about to say come out the right way. Everything that Madam G feels, yes, that's hers. Yes, that's hers. But it's going to automatically, for lack of a better term, be his, because she submitted to him, because he proved himself in whatever form or fashion. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. What you got to say, Haitian?
okay. Now, out of all of that, first of all, Madam G,
Mm,
the gift that God gave all women was to be the bearer of creation, the bearer of life, to be the one to carry that new creation. That is the gift that was given. Now, to an extent, to an extent, a woman is not supposed to let her body be given to anyone but that right one. Let me say that as well.
Okay. Keep cooking.
Now,
Come on. Come on. All right.
even though we live in a modern world now, this modern day and age, you know, hey, it's gonna be it is what it is. A woman tell you no, brother. Some brothers may stick around, some brothers may not. Who knows? I mean, trust me, I have a baby.
Keep it
that's
coming. Don't
still
get off track. Keep it coming.
okay.
Just
But
stick
anyway,
to it.
no, 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 no,
Stick
no.
to it. Come on.
I still got a baby that's still free. Never been involved. So, but anyway, no, a woman has the right to control her body to an extent. They do. I will say
What you
that.
mean to an extent? Explain that part. What you
Yes,
mean to an extent? Explain that part.
down Haitian nation.
Okay, well, even as husband and wife, no, they're unless it's something serious and understand as men we supposed to we have to sympathize with how they feel and we should sometimes and trust me,
You beating
you
around the
know.
bush. Get to it. Get to it. Come on. Spit it out, bro. Spit it
All
out.
right, let me bring it home. All right, so
Please.
anyway, a woman can't they have control to an extent.
You already
Yes,
said
they
that. What?
they
Okay,
have that.
listen. Stop. Now
So
I got to play the real moderator
all
because
right,
you're
come on,
beating
man.
around the bush. Hear me out and don't out talk me for real because I now got to play my role and my position. You made a comment. I
All
already
right.
said what I said. Madam G agreed with me. Now you beating around the damn bush. What do you mean that a woman has control of their body to a certain extent? Explain that and stop beating around the bush. Answer the question. It's
Well,
cool.
You got it or you
okay.
don't.
If they don't have a significant other, they have full control. If they have a significant other, they don't have full control.
Where that contract was signed at.
Hey man, that contract was
Explain it.
signed when
Hold
y'all.
on. Don't get out. Listen, don't get sidetracked. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I want you to explain it. Keep going. They don't
Yeah,
have control because they married, right? That's what
right,
you believe, correct?
right,
Okay,
right.
explain it.
Woman,
Talk.
because hey, wait a minute. First of all, everybody get married up under God, right? Everybody get married. They get married up under God and under God's word. So inside His book, if you're not reading that book does tell you that a woman cannot deny her husband, and a husband cannot deny his wife. So that means that hey, we need to have a little jam session tonight. It ain't gotta be an all night. It can be a 15 hit deal, a temptation. You know what I'm
All right, I
saying?
get you. Listen, I
But
get your point. I heard
but
you.
at
I'm
the
playing
same
devil.
but
Hold on. Stop.
come on, go
I
ahead,
heard
go
you.
ahead, go ahead, go
Stop.
ahead.
Madam G, what do you say about that? I'm just playing devil's advocate. What do you say about what he just said?
I'm gonna say this, and don't get me wrong, and I'm not being
No, go
offensive
ahead. We talking. We just having a
to
conversation.
anybody's religion, but I go by that book because I know it was by man who wanted to. I just that's just me. That's just how I look at things. As far as to the extent, either you are or you're not. Either you got control or you don't have not sense. So what you're saying is she got to submit whether she got a headache or she got a bump somewhere or she got something she don't want to do. You saying it's her
Oh,
it's her job according to that book to give
now, madam.
give you what you want just because you're her husband and she don't feel like it tonight, but because you want it, she got to do something.
Um, hold on,
Okay,
Madam
wait a
G.
minute, wait a minute, wait a
Hold on,
minute,
Madam
wait a minute,
G. Is that
wait a
what you're
minute.
saying?
Now
Hold
that
on,
Did you hear what
no,
she
just
said?
hold
Did
on,
you hear what
hold
she
on,
said?
hold on. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
Respond
minute.
to that. Respond to
Now,
that.
now, of course, Madam G, if she got bumps and bruises, she done got damage control going on. No, come on now.
okay, but what if
We're
she
not
say
going.
no? What if she just say no? I don't feel like I got a headache.
Okay, well, shit.
Okay, listen. Now listen.
Pop a
I'm not
couple
trying
of
to be funny here.
ibuprofen.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Please hear me out.
Pop a
Stop.
couple
Stop.
of
Stop. Stop.
ibuprofen to
Relax.
get
Relax for
ready.
a second. I'm so serious about this. Hear me out. This could be a very, very serious conversations, and that's why sometimes these conversations could be so complicated because someone always pick a narrative or pick an extreme. Let's keep a baseline. A baseline. Let's keep the narrative straight. A baseline.
Right.
everything was perfect in the average marriage, the ideal average marriage, Haitian believes that the wife should never turn down uh the husband when it comes to sex. And he's talking about not them being in a medical situation or they have a headache. He understands that. We're talking about the ideal situation. What say you now, Madam G?
I guess uh I guess
Don't
that's
don't overthink it. Don't get too deep with it. In the
that's
Nah.
ideal
that is
situation, 'cause I think you guys are saying the same thing.
right.
In the
Yeah.
ideal situation, because
Yeah.
when you go, okay, and before you answer that, Madam G, I want to put it back on Haitian because I don't realize now I'm finna sound like wow, Sharon, maybe wow. I shouldn't even give him this credit, but I am because I get
You started
what's going
this.
on. Let me ask you a question.
You started this.
I know, but let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Based on what Madam G said, she would naturally and organically submit to her husband, even
Right.
though before that is her husband, that is her body. She could do whatever, not that she can do whatever way she wants. She controls that. She controls the access to her body. She
Yeah.
controls that. And she
Yeah.
already said that when she meets the right man, her husband, not a regular man, her husband, even though that's her, she controls the access to her body, she's going to automatically and organically submit to her husband,
Right.
organically,
Right.
because he is doing what he is supposed to do.
Right.
Now, let me ask you a question. In the ideal world, no hypothetical, are you doing what you are supposed to do and asking your wife to perform her quote unquote sexual duties? Or do you feel it doesn't matter if you are doing what you are quote unquote supposed to be doing? The sexual aspect is supposed to be filled regardless. What say you?
I would say you need to be trying to do what you need to do. Maintain your household. Maintain what you need to do for your wife. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
So,
know,
so
I
okay.
know, I,
So with that being said, you will have to give your quote unquote wife a reason, not necessarily a reason, but you want her to feel that she's submitting to you naturally and organically, and you don't have to
right.
feel like you have to ask her for it. You want her to be willing to give it to you naturally,
Shouldn't have
correct?
to ask. Well, you shouldn't have to ask.
You shouldn't have to ask. Okay,
No,
I got you.
no. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm
No, you
asking. No,
shouldn't have to.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, you
I'm
should
just playing devil's
never
advocate.
have.
Okay,
A man
I'm
should
playing
never have
devil's
to ask
advocate.
his
Okay.
man. Come on, no, we don't play that. Man should never have to ask his woman for something.
I got
For
you.
you know what I'm saying?
And I do agree with that to a certain extent. I
Yeah.
do agree. Well, let me take the certain extent out of it. In the ideal situation, for as asking, you should never have to be, I say, deprived, because
Right.
sometimes the man or the woman, it doesn't matter, have to ask sometimes because they want to. They got, and the person gonna say yes, so they asking. But
Right.
I get what you're saying. But in
Right.
the ideal situation, which I think the right word would be deprived,
Right.
your spouse should not
Right.
deprive
Right.
you
Right.
of
Right.
sex in the
Right.
ideal
Right.
situation.
Right.
I got you.
I mean,
I
trust me,
got you.
man. I done seen how, you know, yeah, women cut their man off and all of a sudden, yeah, they get dejected. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I don't know
It-
why, and Madam G
yeah.
could attest to this. I don't know why. Well, she can, and we're not holding you all accountable
We
for
not
all women,
nah, don't
and you don't
hold
have
her
to even
don't
answer
hold
it.
her accountable
You
to
don't even have
nothing,
to
man.
answer it. No, of course not.
No,
But
no,
we do know that women weaponize sex. They
Yeah.
do hold it and use it against the man. I
Like the
definitely don't agree
Taliban.
with that. Now, that is done way often than not, but
Like
of
the
course, that could be
Taliban.
very symptomatic of other problems that's going on. So I'm not going to
right.
go
I
there.
think
That could
that's
go,
for lack of
ooh, excuse me.
communication.
Ooh, sorry. Damn. Sorry. That
Uh-uh.
opens up Pandora's box. I'm not going to even go down there. It could be a lot of reasons why the woman is cutting it off. So I shouldn't even open it up. But for some reason,
Yeah.
and we all have to agree on a certain level. I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers, but
Yeah.
on a certain level, some women are weaponizing their woo woo and they're holding it against
Yeah.
their will.
Yeah.
And a
I
lot
And
mean,
of
that's
some.
very dangerous.
I believe
Again, I don't know the numbers, but it is being done. And that's a whole nother discussion. That's a lack of not communicating well. It's just a lot of that. But to tie it back in, because I want to
Let
lose
him. Hold on.
track,
Let
we all
let
saying
Madam G
the same
speak on
thing.
that, man.
We have to tie it back to the woman have to feel organically and wants to submit to you naturally without you even have to ask for it or whatnot. So the
Right.
asking of the sex or the sex department shouldn't be an issue. Which is, and if it is, that means it's a whole nother. There's something else going on. We're not going to turn
Right.
into no sex therapists and all
right.
that, but it's some other stuff going on. Because if the woman, I'll say this, and it's so simple, it is complicated. I will say this: if the woman is not naturally submitting to her husband, if the wife, let me use the right words, if the wife is not submitting to her husband for whatever reason, of course there's a disconnect on somebody's part. Don't
Right.
know who,
Wait.
or
Wait a
maybe
minute.
on both.
Wait.
So
Wait. Wait. Wait.
something
Wait.
needs to be
Wait.
had. That is
Listen.
definitely just a common sense and a common denominator because a
Wait.
woman should always in an ideal situation, yes, easier said than done. Easier said than done, but a wife, let me use the right word. A wife should always be submissive to her husband
Yeah.
organically without
Well.
even naturally even
Listen.
thinking about it. It should organically happen. And if it's not happening, that means it's something going on. There's a disconnect. Again,
Right.
don't know what, don't whose side, no nothing. And 9 times out of 10, it's both sides, but there's a disconnect. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Correct.
But I was
So
gonna.
yeah,
I was just
so
gonna
I
tell you.
definitely yeah. So
I, I,
I get it.
I, I was just gonna say real quick, cause in the
Yeah, what's
manager
up?
you can have this. When you use that word submit, make sure that you define the part of submission you are talking about. So make sure that you when you're
Okay.
talking about the sexual aspect of submission versus
Well, let me give you my
submitting in
definition
other
of because that's a
aspects.
great point. That's a great point because it's not a lot of people watching this, but it's going to be a rewatch. It's only an hour and 37 minutes in. We're probably going to stop at the 2 hour mark. But the true definition, my definition of submission, sex is a part of it. Submission is allowing the man to lead.
Mhm.
Again, he has to prove himself, but allowing the man to lead. There's nothing wrong with being questioned. My fault. There's nothing wrong with your wife asking you a question for clarity, but there's a difference when you're being questioned.
Oh,
There's a difference. Of course, you can ask me a question for clarity. Yes, I could see it and divide it and break it down based on your tone. I know that's a question versus you are questioning me. Big difference. So that's where we have to learn and know how to differentiate between the two. But there it is right there. Easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? It really is.
what you say, Haitian?
You said
Pop
what?
your cap. I said, pop your cap. I know you was about to say something.
But
I
to
was
me, that's real deal though.
I
Yeah.
was nothing. I mean, I agree wholeheartedly and explained it real simply as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Submission is submission.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and I have no problem with that. And I think that becomes a thing with women. And again, that's what I mean about. Also, you have to be cleared of all of your old baggage because those things creep back into the relationship if there's not an open relationship where you be able to communicate with one another. You're supposed to be friends.
Right.
You know, sense of in the sense of you're supposed to be able to discuss anything, be open, and what's the problem? Let's fix the problem, whatever the problem may be. But
Right.
like you said, most of the time, if she's having a problem with being submissive, either one, she wasn't really into you, and certain things will start coming out later. You'll start seeing that.
Right.
Secondly, um, some people I've seen people in marriages are very could be still selfish. You know what I mean? It's like they grew up.
Hmm.
That's what I mean about not doing that shadow work and clearing out some things, because now you're in a relationship with someone as y'all become one, and you have to be, because I run across a lot of women and I've that is all about them, and it's not about the relationship, and it's like, wow,
Right.
how like one of a friend of mine, she was like, I don't care who it is, his mother or his daughter. If I'm not first in a relationship, then I say, well, how the excuse my French,
Hmm. We,
you come around.
you can curse. We've been on long enough. You're good.
I, I don't care if you can throw your stuff up in the air and it turn to sunshine. He has been with his mother, his daughter, and all his life. And
Right.
then come up and you think that your stuff throws up in the air and whatever, that you're supposed to be first. I say, well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I
Right.
hope good luck with that, because you're very unrealistic. That's very selfish of you. But then it tells me what you're really trying to get out the relationship. And most time, the ones that's trying to get something ain't really got nothing.
Instead of recognizing what's going on in front of you, if he's treating his
That's
Right.
mother like that and his sister like that, imagine how he's going to treat you and
exactly,
your
Right.
kids.
exactly.
That's
Right.
crazy, but I
I,
definitely get your point. I definitely get your point. Yeah,
and
it's
that's what
Right.
I mean
crazy.
about women that you know they still have whatever baggage that they haven't dealt with, whether whatever it be, whether they've been sexually molested, whether they've been they fell real hard and they didn't recognize what was going on and they were hurt and they never really defined the things that actually happened in that relationship.
Right.
I always look at things of what could I have done differently? What could I have done? Because everything that comes around you, you attracted it to you. That was what you were vibrating from.
Right.
Mm.
So basically,
Uh-oh.
you create your own reality. So you can't really blame that other person because you created it.
Right.
You
Mm.
you create that, and most people don't understand that, so they're looking for someone to blame, and they're not taking accountability for their actions. I take accountability because if I did something wrong, I want to correct those things. I don't want to go around thinking that I am shit and everybody else shit stank and mine's don't. Come on, man.
Right, right.
Let's keep it real.
That's crazy.
But I have met people like that, and it's like, W- are you really listening to yourself? Are you really just listen to what
Right.
you,
No, they
because
not.
it all sounds good in your head, but when you start speaking it out your mouth, you have to just like really. So you want him to do everything, and you ain't gonna do nothing. You just gonna lay up and think you're gonna get some, Because I've always been a woman to
Yep.
do and
And
so that's the thing that I look at. I can't look at some of these when I look at some of these women, and some of them that talk like babies, or some of them that have, and I respect every woman for whatever trials and tribulations that you have went through, if you can learn and grow from them. But
Mm-hmm.
bitterness is only going to make you bitter as an older woman, and you will be alone and bitter unless you get with a man who's bitter too, because we will attract what we are. We're going to attract what we are. That's one thing we must realize.
Most definitely, you are. You are. Most definitely. I just know as I'm getting older, I'm just appreciating life more. I'm
Ooh.
understanding I'm understanding life more.
Hmm.
Um yeah, I'm not gonna even get morbid at all, but it's just it's just more clarity on my point. My patience is very thin on a lot of what I perceive to be, again, the key word is what I perceive to be BS. even with just the growth, not not to get all personal and not just the growth within the marriage and just having conversations with my wife, the growth on my part for us listening more and
Mm.
understanding more, and I'm still having an issue with which I don't think I'm going to ever get over it, but I'm still working on it. Because as you get older, you just really start to not care as much for as what people think and how they feel
Right.
about you. But I have an issue with translating what I'm trying to say and it coming out too harshly, quote
Mm.
unquote, no filter, nonetheless. Um, I have people tell me, which I'm not going to say it offends me, or I can't even find the right adjective. I don't know how to take it, but it's hard for me to accept when an individual tells me that they take the tone in my voice the wrong way, and I have barely even said something. Individuals tend to shut down, and that bothers me a lot because it's like, wow. So it's like I have to go aboard and beyond to temper and tame how I come across, which is fine because I understand. But uh in some situations, not all, in situations, people are not relegating and giving me the same respect back. They expect me to just accept, and which I do because I'm a realist. I get it. I had to accept their tone. I had to accept the way they're giving it, but I have to deliver mine in a certain way in order for them to digest it a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? So that part gets frustrating, but I'm in my 50s and I'm going through that. So I mean, I
Well,
get it, but that's something that I'm dealing with. But it's a challenge, but it's a worthy challenge because yes, you want to be understood. You really do. You want to be heard, and you don't want to be taken the wrong way. But also at the same time, at what point and how far do you go to get
ex-
what you're trying to say across
yeah.
without you losing yourself at the same time?
Right. I know exactly, and I'm gonna say this: when I first met you, it you have a tone that's more authoritative, and if people are not understanding what you're saying, it will come off real like you're a dumb motherfucker, you know. So,
And I understand that, and thanks for sharing that. But it's not the first time I've heard that, and it's hard for me to digest that because I don't feel that I do that. But trust me, the common denominator is this: I am a realist. I look myself in the mirror. You're not the first person that told me that. You're not the last, and it's been several people that told me that, and it's like, wow.
but I'm gonna say this.
I don't know, but yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna say this because I have been a person that I I try to verbalize it where I'm not hurting your feelings. And as I grew over the years, I found that I don't know if people really understood it or they were trying to play me. So when I hear you be transparent, I respect that because if you can't say it crystal clear as you feel it from your heart and the person don't really understand that, it's one, they wasn't even really listening to what you were saying. They got offended from the tone. You know, it had really nothing to do about what you were saying. It was the tone that they couldn't take. So, and that it was something that triggered. And and people have triggers. It could be that they had a
Right. That part. That
him,
part.
and
Yes.
certain things
Yes.
like that. But what I've learned over the years is because I sugarcoated it, people will take you to that extremes that now when I get like, because I'm trying to be cool, calm, and collective, because I don't like to get fired up because I just lose it. I black out. So I'm not really responsible for what I may do after that point. So I try to keep myself at a mellow mellow as much as possible. You know, Taurus is you can keep poking and poking. They may not,
Right.
but please
Hmm.
don't let them get up because they don't know what the hell they're gonna do. But
Yeah.
I respect the way you transparent because if you crystal clear, either they didn't want to get it or they don't comprehend. They don't have the intelligence to comprehend. It's one of the,
Right.
you know. So it's not. It's like not change yourself, be who you are, but try to find a. And I be trying to find ways of giving people the explanation in slang or layman's terms so that they can kind of understand what I'm saying, or some hip.
Vernacular. Yeah, I got
Yeah, you
you.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I got you. You
Take
know.
it. Sometimes they may take it better, but like I said, sometimes they already hear what you're saying, but they're trying to see how far they can get because they feel like, oh, she a pushover. She ain't gonna do this. She ain't gonna do that until the bear come out and the bull and they like, oh shit, why she tripping?
But also
Right.
too, with everything you just said, for real, just to me, I mean, again, it's so simple, it's complicated. I'm just a straightforward, simple, just
Right?
kind of guy. Just tell me. And the
Yeah,
hell with my feelings, I honestly believe this in my heart. Let me deal with that. That's my concern.
Yeah,
Tell me.
but
That's
I
how
mean,
I am. But
listen,
I know a lot of people not like that. I'm expecting a lot of people to be like that. You can hurt my feelings and I understand that. I really do. Just tell me. I know how to dissect and pick the feelings out to get that message of what you're delivering. I get it. Every
yeah,
now and again, I am human. Yeah, but listen, I
yeah,
get the message. But the
yeah,
issue
but
with that is the average person can't do that. And
no,
I
and
get
then
that. I
and then
and,
they
and
they they
I get that.
yeah, and they like challenging authority. That's all that is, man.
You
For
think
real.
so?
Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
think it's
Because
about
they know.
challenging
yeah.
authority?
I mean, look at dude. I mean, you've always. Every time you've always spoken. Every time you speak, you always tell people, pay attention to the message, not the messenger. That
Mhm.
always comes out of you. So they don't. They haven't learned how to decipher between the two because
Hmm.
they looking at the messenger who's giving the message, and
Now it
they
becomes
want to attack the
personal,
messenger.
right? It becomes personal, and it's not about business.
Right.
You know,
Right, because somewhere in there, you every now and then you don't poke something that they don't went through in their past.
you didn't hit
For
a nerve.
real,
Or something.
Yeah.
yeah. You strike a nerve, and then oh boy, he want to try to revamp and remix what you said to really get somebody stirred up. All that. You know,
Yeah.
uh, uh,
Or not to
yeah,
even pinpoint it to somebody in particular, just in general,
yeah. Just in general, all
Yeah,
Yeah,
of them.
they would
for
take
sure.
it. Yeah, they would take it the wrong way, and I've ran across a couple of people, and I had to say, now you taking it personal. All he
Right,
doing explaining his experience. That's one thing he can say. Most people
right.
I don't can't say their experience. And I was listening to a young lady. She was very intelligent. Say she been in the
Hmm.
game for years, and man, charging like but she was like, when people want to see receipts, that means that they're But to me, you can talk a good game, but I'm not. Let me just stop. I'm gonna get off that
You don't
subject.
go to yeah.
Look,
Let's keep it
I'm
simple.
like,
Yeah,
like,
Don't go.
I like Haitian
Right.
man. Been smoking that shit, boy. It's way off to
Yeah, because
the
we good around. We're
Hey,
gonna keep it. Yeah, yeah.
hey, hey,
But
hey,
yeah,
they be swole at somebody like me getting up there saying something for real, especially to them,
no,
cause no, cause I I got a
yeah. Well,
different side
listen.
of me,
no. But
huh?
once you get to know you, it's just like me.
Yeah,
I have a frown, a natural frown from younger years. But once you get
Uh
to
huh.
know, oh no, she ain't mean. She cool, But
Right.
yeah,
that's you transparent. You're coming out straight
right,
from the hip, and most people not gonna take it the right way because they got offended from the start because you didn't sugarcoat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I might smile in your face while I do it, because I smile all the time, bro. So,
Mhm.
and my
For
baby
sure.
do too. So but it's just being honest. I mean, I'm gonna be real to you, but I might have a smile on my face while I'm saying it. Don't take it personal.
Right.
It's just,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, because even at that, I might try to say, I might try, even if I'm saying something straight up, I might try to make it a little funny too, just so
Yeah,
you get a
no.
little giggle. But,
Right.
but I mean, that's
He be real passionate about what he's saying, so everybody be
yeah,
looking. He
yeah,
cussing us out.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, but
Well,
excuse
listen, you guys, we're at the
me,
2 hour
55.
mark.
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate the guys that are watching now. I appreciate it. And those that are going to rewatch this. Hopefully, the topics of discussion was great. Hopefully, you enjoyed yourself.
yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out to
but
Madam G. Shout out to Haitian. Great conversation. Please go back and listen to it from its entirety. It's only 2 hours. Also, you could catch myself, OtisWho podcast, during the day in the AM at least 3 to 4 times during the week on the Otis Who live in the morning, where we discuss great topics, marriage, today's events, current events, relationships, whatever. Trust me, we discuss it. 9 times out of 10, they try their best to misconstrue my words and make me the underdog, but it is what it is. I ain't built for it. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to support the show and the channel, scan the QVR code and buy your boy a cup of coffee to support the show. I appreciate it. And with all that being said, until next time, peace.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.